What is up, legends? We are back with HypeWatch. We're gonna talk a little bit about my current situation, my health situation at the end of the video, but we're gonna get right into this right now. So we're starting off with Tact OP because the actual anime just ended, and if you haven't watched the anime, you should watch the anime. It's actually pretty interesting. A lot of good characters. The storyline is a little bit cliche, if I do say so myself. You can kind of see what was gonna happen. But yeah, it's definitely a pretty good anime overall. Now the game itself is looking like it's going to be a pretty good game as well, bro. So I want to actually point out, because on the 22nd it's actually up for pre-register, and I didn't actually mention that. I said it was coming, but I never did a video or anything else like that to say, hey, the pre-register is up right now. It's up right now. And the cool thing about the game is the game is going to be filling in the storyline plot in between things of what happened, and show you more music arts, which is what these girls are. They're music arts. So it's gonna fill in a lot of that, so you're gonna get a lot of lore in between. So when you see the show, you didn't realize why certain things were, why certain girls were the way they are. You're gonna get a lot of that in the game, which is interesting because the Sword Art game does that, where it fills in a lot of the lore for Sword Art Online. And they're now actually doing that with Marvel Future Revolution. Marvel Future Revolution, don't play that game if you don't want spoilers into what's coming in the MCU. Because so far that game has been one big spoiler for it. We didn't know until the Spider-Man movie that it was like that. And I started to look back at the updates, and Future Revolution is 100% a spoiler for everything that's coming in the movies. So if you want to know, play the game. If you don't want to know, avoid that game. So let's go to the next one. Twisted Wonderland, which is kind of like, this is like Sinnoh Alice, but males. Sinnoh Alice, but males. That's what this is right here. It's creepy. You're gonna have a lot of weird stuff going on. If you follow them on Twitter, which I do, they've been posting some stuff, and I'm like, is this really like, Disney is okay with this? like Disney trying to be edgy now? Is that what's happening? It feels like it with this game. So if you're into that type of thing, there you go. Pre-register, all that type of good stuff. Exorcist and Island. You guys remember when I covered this and everybody was kind of shocked. This was a cool game. It didn't get a lot of support though, so I'm really interested in how they're gonna work it global wise, because it's kind of like they literally just threw it out there and then left. And this is the first game I've seen that happened. Normally games give you updates or something like that, like you get like an update, like some games even do like update even up to 6 or 12 months to give an update. This game literally just came out and they abandoned it. So I'm worried for this game. And I know people usually do the whole usual, oh my god, it died in JP, so it's gonna die here. Which is a complete bullshit, by the way. That's not how games work. That's not how the industry works at all. And it's only happened on an average a handful of times out of thousands of games. So every time somebody says that, they're wrong. They're gonna be wrong. They literally have less than a 1% chance of it actually being right. But in this case, where the game actually came out over in the overseas market and got no support, I'm worried about this one. It's a great game, but I'm worried about it. And I wanted to actually say something because it just straight up came out and they just was like, oh, we out. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, it was extremely stingy when it came to currency. Like they was like, you get like one summon, you want to earn like 2 or 3 more, and you better be happy. You better have got the God roll, because if you didn't get the God roll, you ain't getting nothing else. So hopefully they learn from that. Hopefully they see this video and be like, oh, well, they're on to us, so we're going to have to do something. So just pointing that out there. Next up, we have League of Pantheons. Now, League of Pantheons I actually previewed already, but this is the pre-register. They didn't have a pre-register up. They do now. This all happened during the week, so obviously we want to showcase that. And you see the release date for that is it says in January of next year, which is literally like in 4 or 5 days. So we might see this out. It's a typical type of waifu gacha affair. So if you're interested in that type of thing, it's not a banger. Definitely not a banger. I don't think anything on here is a banger except one thing, which we're going to talk about at the end. But yeah. So next up we have, which is, as you guys can see, is already out. It's called Hunting Story, and I obviously can't do a whole lot, but I did want to show you guys this game because I was asked to cover it, and I said, look, I'm just not in any physical condition right here now to do this, so you guys are gonna have to just find somebody else to do it. But I did want to tell you guys about it. It's something that you can actually, when you see this video, you can actively play it right now. It's a Google Play game, so hop in there and take a look at it. This next one right here is another one that you can hop in and take a look at, but it's getting a lot of buzz. It's only, as you can see, it's only $1 right now. However, this is a music type of game, so like the Hatsune Miku type of stuff like that. Very waifu based. The girls dance as you move along and do things that have a little bit of story and stuff like this. Now it's not in English, but you can play it. Obviously, you just download it and everything else. So like I said, it's getting a little bit of buzz because people say it's actually good. It's a good music game. Obviously, I can't cover it on YouTube because majority of the music in this game is copywritten, and all the music games, it's impossible to play a music game on YouTube now, which is completely sad. And that I feel bad for the music game makers because there's no way for them to really get properly covered now because it just gets silenced, and in some places they just block it altogether if they don't like it. Like if China doesn't like a certain lyric, then they just block the game altogether. You can't even see it if you're from China without a VPN or Nord or something like that. So it's a real hot mess. The world needs to get together and decide what it wants to do with music. If it's going to be portion share, or you must have a link for the music in the video or something like that. But something really needs to be done because there's a lot of money that's basically being thrown away because people just won't cover the stuff. If they feel that their video is going to get taken, that means the music company gets no money. It doesn't make any sense right now. I don't know why the copyright laws are like that and why music companies even want this to happen, because you're basically losing money right now because people just won't show it and you just won't get views on whatever music it is. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah. So Girl X School is a Viet game, Vietnamese, and this I actually played a while ago, but it was under a different name. But I do remember enough to know that this is another one of those waifu makers. People like stuff like this. It does have a good look. I remember the girlfriend game. Basically, it was like a King of Fighters clone. This is along the same lines. Exactly along the same lines. It works almost the same exact way. So if you remember that particular game, you know this particular game, and pre-register because the majority of the game is in enough English for you to actually play it. So you can try it out and have some fun with it. I doubt it'll ever come global because this is a Vietnamese-based game, and they usually don't come global. They usually just put them in English or something like that, and it's still not global, but it's still in English. But I just want to actually show it because it may be up somebody's alley. Vega Conflict. This game is also available right now. Another game that I was asked to take a look at that I can't obviously because I'm not doing any videos at this point in time beyond this type of stuff. This is a command and conquer type of game, which is strategic, and you basically have spaceships and bases, and it's a little bit of a town builder where you kind of build up your space station and build up stuff like that. Then you go out and try to take over the world, basically, to take over the universe. And yeah, so try it out if this is your type of thing. It's available right now. Next up, we have Kawaii Islands NFT Metaverse. Now, I was actually asked to play and try this game, and I looked at it, and then I looked at the name, and I was like, I am never covering something named Kawaii and doing a video on it. It was nice of them to act and everything and to think of me, but if it was anything else but named Kawaii, I would I can't. I just can't. My kids would be like, Dad, what is this? they were really, it was like, what's Kawaii? They know what it is, but they they would never This is a girls' game. Like that's what my youngest son would say. Like, why are you playing a girls' game? Like, don't play girls' games. Like, I played something on the channel before. This is a girls' game. Why are you playing this? I was like, fair enough. Fair enough. But the reason why we are talking about this game is because the NFT side of it. Believe it or not, NFT is invading mobile gacha markets, and there is going to actually be a game that's come in that I can't talk about, but beyond this right now, that is basically you're going to have gacha for NFT, and you're going to actually be able to spend in-game currency to get NFTs that's going to be worth real game currency, which is kind of what this is doing right now, and why we're talking about it. As you guys know, NFT is kind of like blowing up right now. I don't understand it. I'm not gonna bother to understand it. There's everybody who's making money off it. Y'all go ahead. Proud of y'all. Go get the bag. I ain't mad at you. But that is gonna start invading the mobile market, and is getting like there's at least about 10 to 20 games like this now that are getting major buzz, and people starting to really hop on it, and some people are even getting rich off of it, which again, like I said, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I'm not even gonna act like that, but I did want to tell you guys because the whole point of the channel is to make you abreast of situations and, you know, gaming. And this is a major situation happening right now. This is like the dawn of it. This is like if you get in right now, you might get rich and just go sit down somewhere and be set for life type of thing. So maybe one of you, it'll happen to you. It's probably not going to happen to me because this isn't my thing, and like I said, I don't understand it. So, but I did want to point it out to you guys just in case, you know, I'll be happy if you told me, hey, I wouldn't found something, I got rich. I'd be more than happy. No hate. So go ahead and try it out if that's up your alley as well. Next up, this one's called Mirage, and the reason why we're showing this one is because they got some relative hype on this. Obviously, you know, it's going to be, as you guys can see, it's going to be CP thing type of thing. It's going to be RPG Manager. We already know that from the jump, but they're boasting a lot of modes in this. There's going to be a lot of PvP. There's going to be a lot of action. There's going to be cinematic, and it's going to look and kind of react, they say, like how Seven Nights 2, which has me interested. But the first thing I see every single time I see one of these games is the artistic type of style that they usually have for this, and the CP. Whenever I see those things combined together, it's like a pretty wrapping, basically saying that you're going to be RPG managing. Every single time. Every single time. Even if they add all the particular things, like this looks like a really badass type of thing, it's still probably going to be RPG managing. And it's going to be designed on how much you put together your power and manage your character and make your RPG choices, which is why we call it an RPG manager. And no matter, every time I see this type of stuff, it usually always ends up being that way, even though they have really good intentions and they introduce something new that people could get into. It usually always ends up like that. So I'm hoping that this time I'll be wrong and it'd be different, but probably not. And last but not least, Ever Crisis. Now, the reason why that we are talking about Ever Crisis is, hint, that's the best I can say about that, but hint, there's rumblings about Ever Crisis, so we're going to see this relatively soon. Now, here's the problem. As you guys know, with the recent game First Soldier, Square seems to have a hard-on for trying to shut down emulation. I don't know why, because it's not like that in Brave Exvius. It's not like that in World of Visions. It's not like that in Kingdom Hearts Unchained, even though that game got canceled. It's not like that in the other games like that, but for some reason at First Soldier they decided we don't like emulation anymore. If they do that with this particular game, it's gonna kill it. And it's sad because what this basically is the retelling of Final Fantasy, and it has elements, it pretty much has the models from Remake to fight with. These are the models from Remake, but you're fighting it more in the traditional Final Fantasy. Like, there is literally no reason for them to have a problem with emulation like this. You ain't facing anybody. It's just a freaking video game that you're playing. Square don't No, I actually had an argument with somebody at Square about First Soldier because I was like, "You're killing the game. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work." And they're like, "Well, we have plenty of people playing over tab." Oh, you think? You think? You think that's gonna happen? You think? Really? Square. I'm saying. Square. Square. What are you doing, Square? What is this? I like embarrassing companies when they be in their own bullshit. I like it. And this is embarrassing because this is DE Rebecca is a Warframe dev and she playing Final Fantasy 14. That says about all you need to know about Warframe right now. That's like wow. But that we ain't gonna talk about that. We talk about this. The Square. For every W that you get, Square, you take massive L's for no reason. Like there's just somebody at the company that gets a hold of it. Like did somebody's son decide they want to run First Soldier Division and just F it all up? Just F it all up. There is no reason. This isn't even a bad BR. That's what hurts even. It's not a bad BR. It's actually a fun as F BR. They have points where you can actually fight a Shadow Cloud in this, and they have points where you actually end up with some really good firefights with some good spells. Like you actually feel like a soldier, but ain't nobody gonna see it because you're stuck on BS tablets that can't handle BRs, and especially not a BR like this. And is this person even playing the game? Hold on, actually, he's not even playing it. He is. He ain't doing nothing. You got one person. Congrats to him. Go follow him and give him some likes because he holding up the entire Final Fantasy First Soldier. Like this is it. This is all y'all got. 18 people here. And respect to him because he's the only one trying. I'll be damn, I'm gonna be looking down on some little tiny ass screen trying to get some dubs. And you see what he hurting his neck, hurting. Funkady, you hurting your neck for Square because they're stupid. And I work with Square. And I'm calling it like not everybody has, but whoever's running this is ass backwards. Because you need to get it together and stop blocking emulation so people actually play this damn game and actually know that it could be fun. It could be good. Even if it wasn't like that right now, I still wouldn't be able to play it because I'm injured, but there'd be definitely more people playing it. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. I feel so bad. Damn, Admiral. 10K? I'm not clicking your link because I get banned on YouTube. You be wildin'. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys oh, look at Damone Kim with the New World 1.3. Damone cool. Let's go look at Damone real quick. What he doing? Damone holding up New World all by himself. I'm proud of him too. Let's go to here. All by himself holding up New World. Up, we got some dude with big hair named Ramirez or Ramez. And that's it. Oh, no. Streamer House. Streamer House don't count. Yeah, Streamer House don't count. Ramez and Damone holding it down. Because that's one of the reasons why you don't see them in the top two slots is because you can tell when something is kind of boosted when they're not at the top. That's how you know it's been boosted. That's why I said it doesn't count. Not that I'm disrespecting them or anything else like this, but they're boosted by something. So they're either on the front page or maybe somebody hype train boosted them or something like that. That's why that doesn't count. Not that disparage them before somebody said, this is streamer. I'm not doing that. It's just that you can tell when something boosted when it's not on the top right here and just sitting like in a weird random spot. Like if you go down Twitch and stuff like that, and that's how you know that they got boosted somehow. But yeah, so I guess we'll wrap it at this. As far as my hand, it is in a brace, and I am actually, my thumb, my pointer finger, and the finger in between my thumb and my middle finger are all kind of wrapped, which leaves me my pinky and the finger next to it. They kind of try to WSD. It don't work. You can't. It don't work. I tried the tank and Final Fantasy like that. I almost broke my pinky. Nope, don't work. So that's what I said. There's not a lot of stuff that I could do at this point. So this pretty much is probably going to be the only video on Sunday, and unless something happens, the company contacts me on Sunday, which is possible and does actually happen, but I doubt it because it's the holidays, and I doubt anybody's actually in the office to do stuff like this. So this probably will be the only video on Sunday, and I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. So I hope you guys have got all the gifts that you wanted to get, had fun, and I am multitasking as I usually do. I just, just gaming. This is how we do. And I will see you guys next. Oh, you guys are gonna ask. I did change my desktop, and it's Persona 5. Like all the characters of Persona 5, which I thought this was a really lit picture, and it's not bright. It's kind of like just right, and this holds like all of my stuff. And my desktop is a mess. I need to start clearing out some of these games and just do what I need to do. So I'll catch you guys next video. Like I said that a few times already. See you guys soon, and peace. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.